This is always one of my favorite hunts. We're going after bull elk in New Mexico with Tri-State Outfitters, and Dustin and Hagen are in the hot seat.
He's got a bunch of them, too. I don't know how many, but like 22. I want to kill a big one, whatever that takes.
The anticipation of which one of them was coming first and which direction to be watching was just incredible.
We've got this bull, we can hear him.
He wouldn't turn broadside. When that bull looked at us, I knew it was now or never.
The bull is in range. All I have to do now is let my arrow fly.
Time to get up now.
Our lives move pretty fast, but it's only in the moment of the hunt that life slows down. It's not a matter of what we do, but how we do it. With passion, drive, and the challenge to accept nothing but our best. We are the wildlifers.
This week we're going elk hunting with Tri-State Outfitters in New Mexico. Dustin and Hagen are the shooters this week. I'm just going along to shoot things with my camera.
I'm kind of bummed because I'm gonna miss my favorite hunt of the year. Elk hunting, is my favorite. But it's kind of okay because I'm gonna get to go to Alaska and go on a wolf hunt.
I've been hearing about this elk hunt for years from Dan and Stephanie. I'm really excited. This will be my first true elk hunt ever.
Just hearing those elk bugle, and I mean, anytime you can call an animal in is exciting, but when you're calling an animal in that's 750 or 800 pounds, that's pretty cool.
It's the first morning of the elk hunt, and I cannot be more excited. I didn't even sleep last night. Jumped out of bed, got dressed, and I'm ready to do some elk hunting.
The ranch that we're hunting is huge, and the bulls are very, very responsive to the calls.
And I look forward every year to hunting with Dan and his crew. We've got a real long history. 20 years go back. We have a really good time. It's always my favorite hunt of the year.
It's just cracking daybreak, and we're just waiting to hear a bugle. I've never got to do this, and I've been looking forward to this for 6 months. You know, me and Hagen, we've talked it over, and I'm up first. You know, we just heard a bugle, and he's not very far. First day, first bugle. It's fixing to get real. You know, I just shot my buck in Kansas with my bow, so if I can get an elk with a bow, wow, this would be an awesome 2-week stretch.
Let's go.
Nothing here. Keep looking. You know, we drop off into this valley, you know, in this big canyon. I mean, there's bulls bugling in front of us, bulls bugling to the left of us. You know, we haven't seen any of them yet, so we don't know which bull is what. This elk hunting, you know, it is a lot like turkey hunting. Everybody talks about it's a big turkey on steroids because he's talking to you, he's bugling at you, and he's coming to a call.
The beauty of hunting in the rut for elk is the noise itself is the most majestic sound in nature. It's just incredible to hear an elk bugle in the wild.
It's weird that he won't answer that call. He's not far. No, he's not far at all. That other one made a little bit of noise. I think he's on top. That one is. Yeah. See him? Here's the other one over here.
So all of a sudden we decide that this bull is committed, he is coming. So we gotta rush to get across a little opening, to get into some cover and get set up for a shot. You know, there's not a whole lot of cover here. We've got some cover a little bit further than where we're at, but we're scared that we're gonna bump this bull. So we jump in this cedar tree and we tuck back in there as far as we can.
We finally found a bull that we were getting set up on, and we had him answer, and there was 4 different bulls in that area, and it was just like the anticipation of which one of them was coming first and which direction to be watching was just incredible. Sure enough, you could see his horns just over the top of the little cedars out in that flat we were in. He was coming.
He's definitely closer.
You know, this bull is hot. I mean, he is bugling, he is screaming. I can see him coming from 100 yards away, and he is on a string coming right to us.
Oh, I see him, he's running.
The wildlifers are in New Mexico hunting for Dustin and Hagen's first ever elk, and Dustin may already have his chance.
The bull is in range. All I have to do now is settle my pin and let my arrow fly. As soon as I let this arrow go, I seen it go right underneath the bull, and I was floored. My heart fell into the bottom of my boot. You know, I can come up with a lot of things that I did wrong. I blame it all on being excited.
I felt like I'm gonna get it up and I'm fighting it. And I felt like I better hurry, you know, because he's gonna run.
Here I've got the first bull I've ever heard bugle, got the first bull I've ever seen come in, got my bow at full draw, and I held back forever. I think I was fatigued. My adrenaline was going. I rushed the shot. Thankfully, I didn't wound the animal. It was a clean miss, and our hunt keeps going.
Yeah, he was great right there. But I had done been holding back so long. I felt like I was hung up. Maybe I was just tired, I don't know.
You know, now that I've clean missed this elk, he trots off in the other direction, and we've got another bull bugling.
So after Dustin missed that bull, we have other bulls bugling, and we're able to kind of sneak up the draw or canyon a little bit, and we located an even bigger bull, and he just missed with a herd of cows.
If you want to kill him with a bow, if we can't get him tonight, we can try to come back tomorrow. I would like to redeem myself. We could keep hunting this the first day. Well, I mean, I want to kill a big one, whatever that takes.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime trip for me. I had my chance with a bow, and I didn't get it done.
Let me introduce you to this.
So if I've got to pick up a rifle, no problem here. My first day of elk hunting was awesome. I can't wait to get up in the morning and get back after them.
We just heard a bugle down here. We're gonna go check him out and see what he is.
You know, the second day, I mean, we heard bulls. It was a struggle all day long. They just were not responding right.
Over the years, we've kind of found that the evenings are better hunts than the mornings.
It's getting close to dark. We've only got time for one more setup. We hear a bull bugle. We don't have a lot of time, so we need to go straight for him.
Finally got a bull to answer us. We're gonna go see what he is.
The area that we hear this bull bugling at it, there's an old abandoned ranch cowboy house. I mean, we are way off in the middle of this ranch, but we know that there's a big water trough there, and we figure he's over there, you know, drinking water, and man, he is bugling like crazy.
Hell of a bull, you need to shoot him right now. Get on there, get on there.
Right after I saw him, Bridger saw him, and Bridger got excited. He immediately looked at me and said, "We need to take this bull."
Coming this way, he's right up here. Just make sure he stops and gives you a good shot. Wait, guys, don't move. Yeah.
I can put another one in him now. He looked big to me. Of all the work that we put into this elk, all the struggles we had, you know, I missed a bull with my bow, and then for me to finally make a good shot on this bull and to watch him go down, I redeemed myself from missing the bull the day before, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this bull. I kind of got a little peek of the bull through some trees, and I could tell he was not little, but I could tell right off the bat that this was a good bull. I can put another one in him now. He looked big to me.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I tell you what, when we got up there and I see him laying there, and I mean, there's just antlers coming out of the grass. He's a giant. He's got long points, he's heavy, he's tall, he's got 7 on each side. This is what I came here for.
Well, Dustin has always wanted to get a big elk. That's just been a dream of his since he was a young man. And to be 2 feet from him when he walks up and sees his first elk is something that I'll never forget.
Oh my cow, that was awesome, seriously.
It just recaps the greatest elk hunt that I've ever been on. You know, I've only been on one, but I tell you what, it'll be one I'll remember forever. Only thing I ever did hunt with my dad and my grandpa was we didn't get any.
Right, had fun.
You know, they used to go elk hunting every year together. I only wish I could have shared my story with my dad and my grandfather because they both loved to elk hunt. That was their favorite thing to hunt. I know that that would have meant something to him. You know, I know they're up there in heaven watching down, and they were probably with me on that hunt. Wish they were here. Wish I could show it to them.
Right.
Pretty cool.
It was pretty dang special that he finally got his first elk there, and I think it brought a flood of memories back for him. So it was a very, very cool thing to be a part of.
If I ever get another chance at elk hunting, you know, I don't know if it'll be able to top this one.
We've been hunting the last 2 days for Dustin's bull, and we finally got him a beautiful bull, but now it's my turn.
Well, Hagen had gone with me the year prior, and he was just breathing so hard, I thought we were gonna have to get him a paper bag to breathe in when my elk came in.
Well, Nick calls me on the radio, and he's found another really good bull that we'd been looking for Hagen.
They came up and said they had found a bull that they had on camera from years before, just an absolute giant.
So let's just hike in there and we'll get on that rim up above that bowl and just sit up and see. He ought to be in there somewhere.
Get him to bugle.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's just go find him.
he's got to be right here somewhere. Man, I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to get up here and just see him for the first time.
Now that we're in the area where they had seen this bull last night, we're just gonna sneak out to the edge of this mesa and look down on the bottom.
Wait, I see the cows. I see the cows. Cows are right there.
As we just crested the edge of that hill, we had seen the bull down on the bottom. Now that we've got this bull located again, we're gonna have to close the distance pretty fast because if he makes it out of this canyon, we may not find him again. We found a pretty ideal spot to set up, had a great vantage point. We could see a lot of country.
We've got this bull, we can hear him,
He was playing cat and mouse.
and this bull's coming, but we don't know exactly where he's at.
I'd look at that clearing, I'd look at this clearing, I'd look at that clearing, I'd look at this clearing, just begging this bull to stick his head out. It seemed like an absolute eternity before he finally did.
My adrenaline was just pumping. I was so excited to see this bull. When I finally spotted this bull and he was in shooting range, everything started coming together and I was trying to calm myself down and he wouldn't turn broadside. When that bull looked at us, I knew it was now or never.
You know, this bull peeks himself out.
Across the canyon and looking right at us. I know what Hagen can do with a rifle, and I am absolutely confident he's getting ready to kill his first elk.
Once I could finally see this bull and he was standing just between 2 little bitty cedars, straight facing us, I mean, I knew that was my shot and I was gonna take it.
Ready?
Touched him. Good job, bro. Can't see him yet.
Got him. Hell yeah, buddy. Nice shot. Good work.
Whenever I heard that bullet hit him and just that solid echo of just that thumping sound, my heart went to racing. I knew I had it.
He's down. He's down.
Thank you guys, man. That was incredible.
Once I knew that I'd made a good shot and this bull was down, it was everything I could do not to just leave all my stuff and just run over there and get my hands on it.
Man, that was incredible.
He is excited. This is Hagen's first bull elk too. I was just as excited as he was. What an elk hunt.
Bridger says there he is, and as soon as he said that, I saw his horn shining. Made sure everybody was on him, and we sealed the deal, man. What a bull.
Hagen is absolutely remarkable with a rifle, and that was just another testament to that. He made an absolutely perfect shot on this bull, and he didn't move a muscle.
Walking up to my bull for the first time, he was 3 times bigger than what I thought he was. When we finally got there and got my hands on that bull and just how big he was and how old and just mature animal he was, that was exciting to me. That's what you go to hunt.
Is that your first bull? He is huge, man. Yeah, it's my first bull. Holy cow, look at the mass on this thing.
Well, we walk up there, Hagen was, you know, just beside himself. I mean, it's your first elk, and your first elk to be a bull that big, you know, it's got to be just remarkable, and you could tell that with, you know, written all over Hagen's face.
Thank you. Dan, thank you, man.
Good job, bud. That first shot was right on.
This bull had some history, you know, and for Hagen to finally get his hands on him, you know, we've been looking for him for the last couple of days, and I mean, Hagen was excited.
Tri-State's got it down. They're the best in the business. It just doesn't get any better than hunting elk on that property with them.
With the great successes shown with Hagen and Dustin's bulls, Stephanie is looking to get in on the action in New Mexico, especially since her Alaska trip was a bust.
Alaska was beautiful. I mean, what an experience. I didn't see a wolf at all. I'm now preparing to go to my elk hunt. So when I get to New Mexico and I start talking to Nick and a couple of the other guides there, a couple weeks prior, a guy had passed on a drop-tine elk. That's just like unheard of. So I was like, I want him.
I'm feeling lucky. Today's the day.
It's very pretty. It's funny how you look when the sun comes out and you see a whole lot more than you ever saw. So after a few days of hunting, we located the drop-tine elk. And I am just, wow, I am like adrenaline pumping, so excited to get in there and get set up on him and look over, and there's a huge storm coming. I mean, you can tell it is rolling in and it's coming in quick. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna get soaking wet. So as we're sitting here and the storm blows through, it is just brutal. It went from 0 to 60 like that. We literally used it as cover and we jumped up and we ran and got set up about 50 more yards. It was raining, hailing, winds were blowing. So we're set up and the storm just blows out just like it blew in. I mean, calm, peaceful, birds were singing again. It was just amazing.
So Stephanie sets up and returns her focus back to the drop-tine bull, just as he's clearing the brush.
Can I take him? If you feel perfectly steady.
And it went right beside him. It literally went right beside him. So I rack another one. My clip fell out. And my whole clip to my gun falls out. I mean, we're soaking wet. No, I'm grabbing off the ground, trying to grab a bullet and put it in there, wipe the mud off of it. It's just like total chaos. And I hit him again.
Yep.
Got him right center dead bull. Don't shoot. He's gonna fall down right there.
I knew it was a good hit, and he kind of went over to the edge, and he was done. When I walked up to him and saw how big he was and saw that massive drop tine, saying you're on cloud 9 is not even explaining it. It was just, I was beaming from ear to ear. I was so happy. I was so proud. I mean, I was seeing something that most people don't get to see. It's a very proud, very happy moment for me.
This drop tine's ridiculous. It's a drop club.
I've never seen a bull with a drop tine.
I never seen this in my life.
Congratulations, Steph. Now you got a drop tine bull.
Congratulations.
All right, well, let's get him in the truck. I'm cold and it's getting
Very
late.
cool.
For all your Wildlifers social media needs, make sure to follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.